In the game Saturday, there was a change as far as who was getting the ball compared to the earlier games. Obviously, Rainey, hadn't been available to you, but Frankie Hammond, Omarius Hines, guys like that were getting the ball a little more than maybe Carl Moore and Deontay Thompson. Does that signal a shift, or is that maybe just too small of a sample size?
No, his rotation is the coverage. Like on the plays where I thought Scott Leffler did a heck of a job. We started hitting that last drive. The last drive, we were really they did a nice job on offense. If you could just think back for a minute, that they went, I think, 3 straight drives, went down and scored, 2 straight drives, whatever it was, and we were sputtering a little bit, and we kept hitting those little things to little passes to Omarius Hines and then Frankie Hammond. The play was designed to have a beater over here and a beater over here. They doubled this side, so we threw this side. So you don't say just throw it to them. That's usually the way most of the pass game works. You don't say throw it to him, because if they double him, you're going to go somewhere else with it.
And then you were setting up some plays where you'd have Brantley come out and line up like in the slot or a tight end or whatever you would call that, and then switch with Burton at the last second. What does that accomplish? What's the purpose of that?
You look across America, first of all, the #1 rushing teams in the country, I did my homework on this, and there's none. I mean, unless you got 2 first-round. Alabama's very blessed right now. They have 2 first-round tailbacks. And right now, to run the football in college, you need to do some kind of, it's Oregon, it's Missouri, it's Auburn, it's Florida in the past. You have to be creative to run the ball. Its defense is too good to say, or it's going to look like an NFL game with a low-scoring game, and you rush for 110 yards and call it a day. Obviously in college ball, there's a much more emphasis in trying to win games to keep pace with the other team. You need to create explosive plays in the run game. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just darn close with not having the ability to get some athleticism at quarterback, and then all of a sudden, bang, you clean up that coverage so John can now throw it into a very clean coverages. So there's 2 stats that I look at that I want us to be. Pass efficiency is critical. If you're getting your blitzed off and all kinds of these different coverages because they're not threatened by any option or any spread football, it's hard to throw the ball. It's really hard to throw the ball. If you want to run the ball and you simply put a tight end and a fullback in the game, and you certainly can. I mean, teams have done that, not a lot. Matter of fact, this year I don't think any, and on a consistent basis. So we're trying to get the best of both worlds, very similar we did in 2006. And to say we want to clean up the coverage for John, how do you do that? Line up Trey Burton at quarterback. It's real clean. And then bang, get out of it. You want to get a little bit of keep him out of 0 hole, which is stop the run. How do you stop that? How do you do that? Put John Brantley at quarterback. And then how fast in that tempo can we get you in and out of that?
Remember, you made a statement after the game, and I asked you to clarify because there was some question as to exactly what you meant. You said this might be the greatest win.
Greatest win.
This means of all time.
All time.
Okay.
History of the game.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to elaborate why, but just after you thought about this, it's sunk in, can you
That's big picture why. I mean, big picture for the most important people are players. The second most important people are staff, support, the karma, the eating food that tastes good. Again, we had victory meal, by the way, last night. I think it was about 8:30 at night, and my God, I couldn't tell you, no idea what it was, but it was unbelievable. And that's why. That's why. That was a much-needed victory. And the way they did it, I love when they showed Will Hill, and it's a great test to see your team when Will Hill intercepted that ball, went 80-some yards, and the sideline, there were 70 people down in the end zone. I mean, it was just, we needed that, as opposed to, the dull, I mean, my gosh, after a while, it's like beating a dead horse. Let's get this thing going, and we did. And I think Steve and our offensive staff did a brilliant job with the tempo, and you don't have time to be a dullard now, and so we're going.